from the Tree Boy Fresh, dopest podcast on the planet. You dig?
You're now tapped in with Tree Boy Fresh, the dopest podcast on the planet, where pop culture meets pop culture. I'm here with my guy, Blas Boy.
What's happening? So my dude, man.
Oh, thankful for life, being thankful. I was talking about, how they said happiness is a state of mind, and we was getting on this gratitude hype, living in a state of gratitude. You know what I mean? That's part, and it's part of my morning routine, bro. Being grateful, being thankful. I wake up and be thankful for another one. You know what I mean? And thankful.
It starts it off. It brews the day. Like you basically, you know what I'm saying? It runs with it. You know what I'm saying? If you start it off in the morning.
That's that positive mindset and that happy mindset, and being thankful leads to more blessings. And they're always saying that I'm big on living in this. It's called living in a state of gratitude. And it can change. They're saying that thoughts can change your DNA, can change your whole outlook. So the way that you think about things is really gonna change the way that you live. You know what I mean? And they say the more that you're in a state of gratitude, the more you will attract things to be grateful for. You know what I mean? And it's just a way to turn things around. Sometimes when you're in situations where you're like, damn, all these motherfuckers got a bigger house than me, bigger chains than me, doper whips than me. You know what I mean? Sometimes, that shit'll get you down, but you got to understand, you got to run your own race. You know what I mean? And you got to be thankful for the things you have, and that
you do have.
You have to focus, and that's what it is. Instead of focusing on the shit that you don't have, I'm not saying that you shouldn't want things and you shouldn't aspire to have bigger things, but you have to do that in a state of gratitude. You know what I mean? I'm thankful for the whip I'm in, but I still need my Bentley. You feel me? Like I'm happy for the economic gas saver, but I still need my Bentley. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think that
even goes with the shit I've been on, and everything, like the whole power now. That's he speaks of that too. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just being like at peace with everything too. You know what I'm saying? And that's like the gratitude too. Once you start being like at peace with shit, it's like nothing really bothers you. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
So when things do come, it's like you appreciate it more. Like, because it doesn't have to. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you live in it. You're not living it looking forward to that. You live in just, hey, this is my ride, and I'm riding it out. You ain't got no control. Once you stop trying to control uncontrollable situations, you can see how easy you could just focus on the positive stuff and the type of energy that brews, and you can give that off. Like, I see people down all the time, you know what I'm saying? And, you can hit them up like, hey, man, what's happening with you? You know what I'm saying? When you shoot them with some conversation, bow. You see the positivity just run off on them. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, they you know what I'm saying, conversating with you. Happy juice, like they leave off on a whole nother vibe, like, you know what I'm saying. Now you just put him on the right energy. Now he finna keep passing that around, you know what I'm saying. So, but you assisted that, so it's gotta feel good too. So when you waking up and doing that and being positive, and you seeing motherfuckers around you being positive.
Well, it's that law of attraction. You bring more of it into your life. You know what I mean? When you're appreciating, giving thanks for things, that's how it grows. That it grows a stronger bond, and you bring more of it into your life. I'm really big on law of attraction.
Moving grimy, block your blessings. You feel me?
Moving grimy will block your blessings, bro.
Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why you got to, when you out, you got to be out on the right energy. Because if you out and you on the wrong energy, and you supposed to meet the person that you supposed to meet, and you on that wrong vibe, might be the wrong time. Now you just fucked off that opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you ain't lying.
So you gotta really be out on that good energy when you out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta look approachable. That's sometimes where people fuck up too. Like, some people, like, you missing out on $1 million deals and you know what I'm saying, great opportunities because you don't look approachable. Motherfuckers like, man, look, he don't. I'm not even going. He don't even look like he want,
I'm guilty as fuck of that.
You
They're like, bruh.
No, and I had to even change, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you got to be more approachable. People kept telling me, like, hey, bro, you got to be, more approachable. You can't always just be looking around, like, angry at the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it made sense, though. Because, you know what I'm saying, it does work. So, and I've been seeing it. Like, more people are more willing to approach someone that's, you know what I'm saying, doesn't look as standoffish. You know what I'm saying?
And I use it to, like, that's how you combat negativity is being grateful. Some shit doesn't go your way. Some negative shit happens. Instead of, like, dwelling on that negative, you got to think about one good reason to be positive. You know what I mean?
You can only drive darkness out with light. So why sit there and, you know what I'm saying, add more dark to the dark? You know what I'm saying? You got to sit there and
Right. Bad shit happens sometimes, you just be grateful for the experience. I'm grateful
hell yeah.
I'm grateful for the knowledge that I learned from this experience. I know it might have been a negative experience and like negative energy attached to it, but you'll find something to be grateful for,
There's
you
a
know what I
lesson
mean?
behind it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And shit, it's not a mistake if you learned from it. You know, it was a lesson. So yeah, motherfuckers, and a lot of motherfuckers. Everybody was young and dumb at the same time. You know, and nobody wants to learn that lesson young. But it's like you still gotta.
Good days give you happiness. Bad days give you wisdom.
Sometimes it's like they don't want to hear it, but you still gotta plant them seeds. You know what I'm saying? So that way later on they're like.
And it's really, and I'm real good at getting those negative people out of my motherfucking life, bruh. The motherfuckers who are always find something to complain about, be unhappy about, always complaining about some shit, always bitter about some shit. Like that's the type of motherfucker you slide up on, and he mad about some shit that happened 4 years ago. He like, you remember when this motherfucker, bringing up some old shit? This motherfucker owed me $32 from 2014. You like, bruh, you gotta let that go, bruh. You gotta,
you still investing energy in that?
Exactly, that's what it is. You gotta look at what you invest your energy in.
I am Ginsu when it comes to the bad energy, blood. You bring this bad energy around me, blood, I cuss that shit off, and but I ain't got no problem. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy my own company if need be.
There's a lot of storm cloud motherfuckers out there.
Yeah, exactly,
you know what I mean?
You're not finna bring that black ass cloud over here all the time, like motherfuckers. You can't keep just knocking everybody's shit down in front of me. It's just not cool. You feel me? I can't be around that.
Hey, me and Blas had personal experience like that. We out having a good day. We sliding, bruh, slapping some music, good vibe, good weather, all the shit. We run into a motherfucker, tell us the saddest story ever and kill the whole vibe.
Bruh.
We like, bruh, this motherfucker, we gotta stay away from that motherfucker. He killing the whole
That's
shit.
the cloud. You feel me? Like you can't have that. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks because sometimes it's people you love. You feel me? And it's still, you got to get away from that energy because
That's my guy, but I can't fuck with him right now.
It's like you gonna subject yourself to that. Then it's your fault. You know what I'm saying? So if it's on me, then I'm gonna make sure I take the proper action. You know what I'm saying? What's better?
Hey, they be like, you kick it with 9 broke motherfuckers, you gonna be the 10th broke motherfucker. You kick it with 9 rich motherfuckers, you gonna be the 10th rich motherfuckers. You kick it with 9. You kick it with 9 negative motherfuckers, you gonna be negative as shit. You kick it with 9 positive motherfuckers, you gonna be bringing each other up, uplifting, pushing each other forward, striving to fucking greatness. You know what I mean? And it's crazy how like the law of attraction really works. You throw that in, you find more people who are grateful. You find more people that are on the same wavelength, on the same vibe, on the same energy as you, trying to strive to get the things you want to get. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because it's a balance. Like, I want to be thankful and grateful for everything I have, and know that I always have enough. Know that thankful for everything. But bro, I'm Larry June, always want more. You feel me? I'm like, okay, but I need my mansion and my Bentley and all that shit. You know what I mean? But so it's a good balance of being grateful but still being hungry.
Yeah, and have that drive.
Stay hungry, stay humble. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You always got to have some drive. You know what I'm saying? Some motivation towards something. And it's shit. I know I hang hella shit up by my door. You know what I'm saying? Of my bedroom. Just so when I see that motherfucker every day, it's like I'm focused on it. Like I'm gonna get that motherfucker. And I've been doing that shit since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? All I gotta do is keep seeing that motherfucker. And next thing I know, I go outside and I see hella the shit that I want. I'm like, yeah, universe working. I'm gonna get that. Like it's about to fall into place. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta, make sure I'm there to playing my position.
Keep doing the right thing. That's part of, having faith and believing. Like whether you believe in God, whether you believe in a higher power, like doing the right thing is the right thing, and good things come off that. If like you said, if you're moving slimy, you're blocking your blessings. But if you're moving with positive intention, it don't even have to have positive outcome. But if it's positive intention behind your movement, you you're gonna stay blessed and keep them blessings in the circle. And that's how, blessings become more blessings.
Jones. Hell yeah, you got to, cause and that's what you want to do around your partners. Why wouldn't you want to see your partners receive blessings?
Hey man, there be a lot of motherfuckers who be side busting their partners, want to see, how they be like, oh, motherfuckers want to see you do good, but not better than them.
Not better than them.
Bruh, that shit crazy. I feel like it's in
real.
between, and I see both sides of the coin. I see motherfuckers who are 100% with it, happy to see a motherfucker succeed, and I see a motherfucker who, what do they say? You got to see who's not clapping when you succeed. You know what I'm saying? He like, oh,
like motherfuckers say, hey, everybody that come watch you play ain't there to watch you win. Some motherfuckers just want the front row to your demise. You know what I'm saying? That's what it be, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these motherfuckers and you kind of give them a pass at times because you like these my day ones. But you know what? Day one is a motherfucker that's just been solid since day one, since y'all been rocking, whether it's been 10 years ago or whatever. So if y'all been rocking and it's been a smooth thing, then hey, you know what I'm saying? That's a day one motherfucker. You feel me?
Right.
But, you can't let time dictate a motherfucker's, you know what I'm saying, validity with you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man, you ain't lying.
Like,
you ain't
bruh,
lying. This
30,
motherfuckers
like,
I've been.
nigga, I known you for 30 years. I've been putting up with this shit for 30 years.
Huh,
nigga.
you been
And
on some
31
fuck
ain't
shit
finna
for a
happen,
long
nigga.
time.
And 31 ain't finna happen.
I'm like,
You
I know
feel me?
bruh for 3 years. He done kept it solid for 6 seasons. But like,
I'm saying, and it's like that's just how it be. You know what I'm saying? And you can't just keep always making, you know, a time frame be validity for shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not, bruh. Because, you know what I'm saying? Time reveals the real.
and it's hard. It's hard when you cut a motherfucker off who's like, you know, that you really rocked with for a long period of time, but they just be on some fuck shit that you can't be on.
Yeah.
They be like, man, I ain't heard from you in hella long, bro. You don't return my calls. I ain't heard from you. You don't want to be like, well, see, you be on some
Like,
negative
once
loser
again,
shit.
yeah, I was gonna
So
say,
the
once
thing
again,
is,
you
bro,
heard how
on
you
some
started
negative
that.
loser shit, and it's hard for me, bro, to get on your negative loser shit, bro. Like, and that's what, you know, weed. I think weed is weed, you know what I'm saying? But
Yes.
weed doesn't make or break the man, you know what I mean?
Nah, hell
They,
no.
like some people be like, oh, the lazy stoner. I'm like, man, there's some really active, uplifting stoners. There's some really lazy, negative stoners. There's some motherfuckers that get high and start dreaming about, you know what I'm saying, mansions and Bentleys and Battagias and all the shit. You know, there's motherfuckers that get high and be like, man.
I go
How-
run when I'm high. I be doing hella shit when I'm high.
So, yeah, some motherfuckers get high and they dwell on all their sorrows.
Man.
How come they ain't got this? How come they ain't got
And
that?
they try and invite everybody
world
to that
against
pity
them.
party. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm not RSVPing for none of that shit.
And I be that asshole like, bruh, the only problem, you know what I'm saying, the only thing in your way is you, man. The only thing, you know, there's other motherfuckers getting up and getting out and getting it. You see a lot of motherfuckers with less ability doing more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of motherfuckers do more.
I used to
with
have to
less.
look at motherfuckers with the kink in the neck. Like, when motherfuckers be like, yeah, man, I can't find no motherfucking job. And here I am working. I ain't finna expose myself, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't got the shabby ass records, you feel me? And so if I can get this motherfucker legitly, I don't want to hear shit.
I ain't never
Period.
seen a motherfucker who really wanted any type of employment not get employment. You know what I mean?
Period.
Oh, I can't find no job. Bro, that's because your sights are too high. And then you know what it is? The motherfucker get a job. He like, they ain't paying me shit, so I'm going to give you a subpar effort.
Yeah.
Rather than, you know, there's a motherfucker who will come in, they'll be like, this ain't the job I want. You know what I mean? But I'm going to come in and I'm going to give it 110%. You know what's going to happen? That effort is going to attract more into your life, whether you get a promotion or, you know what motherfuckers be like, oh, yeah, I ain't getting paid shit, so I don't be doing shit. You know what I mean? A lot of other job seekers go out and see employees and see how they're, you know, and recruit them. I know a lot of employment areas, you know, they recruit people because they see their work ethic and drive and all the shit.
Man, I be in the trade. I do HVAC, and I tell you, there be hella motherfuckers that work the same companies I be working at, and they be like, man, them motherfuckers always be laying motherfuckers off and shit. Mind you, I ain't never been laid off. Never. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he going. That's what he talking about, like that work ethic. You know what I'm saying? You gonna show a motherfucker how much you worth, and they gonna use you accordingly. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You gonna be cheap labor when it's convenient for them. You know what I'm saying? But if you gonna grind for them, they gonna be like, oh yeah, they gonna make sure you good. Anything pop up, like, oh yeah, make sure he get the OT, make sure he get the prevailing wage job. You know what I'm saying? Make sure he get all the new tools and shit we bring out there, cause he gonna grind for us. You feel me? But if you ain't got that grind, and a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Hey, motherfuckers peak at different times, and some motherfuckers just don't peak. You know that kernel in the popcorn that just never popped? You feel me? You can throw that motherfucker extra 45 seconds on till it's damn near burnt, and that there's still some that didn't pop. And that's what some motherfuckers are, is that damn popcorn kernel that never made it to the popcorn.
And that's what, you know,
Fuck.
I'm humble about a lot of shit, but I'm arrogant about my grind, bro, about my work ethic. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud to say that I work hard. There's not a motherfucker out there that's going to say I'm on some lazy shit. You know, there's not some shit. I'm not going to say that. You know, and I really believe, you know, the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. So if you do some half-ass shit and you're like, oh, that's just some old other shit, so I'm just going to half-ass get that shit done. Nah, bro, you's a half-ass motherfucker, bro. That's how you do everything. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers like, bro, you're tripping. Why are you, you know what I'm saying, geeking out on that right now? Because I want it to be perfect, bro. Like how I do everything. I want everything to be done right. If it takes a little bit longer, we gonna take a little bit longer, you know what I mean? Whether it was in the fight game, whether it was in the tree game, bro, whether, you know what I'm saying, I always put in I always worked hard. Whether I was busting down on the side of a mountain, pushing soil, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, let me tell you this. I felt like that was below my pay grade. I'm over here shoveling soil, bro, planting, you know what I'm saying? Felt like that shit was below my pay grade, but I did it, and I did it to the best of my ability, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I soaked up as much knowledge as I could while I was in that situation and made the best of it, and I think that it parlayed into bigger success.
Man, you weathered the storm. You know what I'm saying? You didn't give up. You feel me? That's what motherfuckers, most motherfuckers give up right before they finna, you know what I'm saying, take off. And that's what be happening. Motherfuckers just don't be having the patience.
Man, you ain't lying.
You know
there's been.
It's like you this far away from the goal line, but you just can't see the goal line. So you over here quitting right here.
It's a bunch of young hustlers you see about to level up and then quit. Like, bro, this motherfucker just quit right now because of some old fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, The game is tough. The game is rough, bro. Like, motherfuckers take losses and bounce back. That's part about being the game is who can last the longest. You know what I'm saying? Nip said it's a marathon, bro. Motherfucker could shine for 15 minutes, but who could stay smooth for over a long period of time? You know,
who could stay and stay true at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And do a lot of dope shit at it. Like, get back to your people. Who's gonna do all that? You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of good values and morals, and that's what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's the structure. But like you were saying, I want to touch more on like how you were saying in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't look at that fucking phone. You know what I'm saying? You gotta brew these positive and these these thoughts of gratitude first thing. You know what I'm saying? Don't look at the phone first. You know what I'm saying? Start getting this shit going. So you're already in that mode. So that's how you're looking at your phone now. Now you're like, oh, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? But before, you let a lot of other motherfuckers dictate your day by opening up that phone first thing, and you see a motherfucker with some couple posts, depressed posts. Next thing you know, you on some bullshit early in the morning because you like, I feel that motherfucker.
I'm gonna agree and disagree. Yeah, man, I don't know that. Yeah, the phone is but I grab my phone, bro. I'm like one eye open, winking over, grabbing my phone. You know what I mean? And I'll be grateful that motherfucker yanking.
I do my little zen. I'll try and zone out for a second right when I get up. Fuck with them, you know what I'm saying?
But you know what? I leave the ringers off. So then after, my ringers are off, and I do the coffee. I do the coffee and joint thing in the morning. You know what I mean?
Shit, I do the news, coffee, joint, all the shit. Man,
I'm like, I'm thankful for this dope tree to roll up right now.
I be fighting traffic, everything. I be trying to get traffic reports, weather reports. Damn it, game reports. Like, man, who plays today? Okay, the Raiders play. Okay, oh fuck, I'm not taking 880.
I be trying to get the block report. Like, and the block report for this week is you better be smooth going to them sessions, bruh. They shut down the trap. I'm not saying like the least concealed cannabis event. You know what I'm saying? They had that. It was at a storefront off of Florin. They were doing the little sessions, having booths and shit out there. Cops ran up in that. They said cops ran up in the Sac Super Sesh, I believe. That shit was supposed to be a private event. So just beware out here, man. These sessions ain't the same right now. They're cracking down on that shit tough. And hey, and motherfuckers, obviously they blowed the shit up, but they said they seized $500,000 worth of weed. That was the what they rung it up as. They seized $500,000 worth of weed when they raided the trap. And they've had the shit all on the news, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You seen Super Wings, Mario Chavez. He was all on an interview talking about, this ain't right and shit.
Oh, damn.
So be smooth. And it was crazy. I had a partner like, what do you think about that? I was like, I think it's hot, bro. I think it's hot. Like, as soon as the illegal shit rolled out, I stopped fucking with none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I did a session or two. I did a pop-up or whatever. Yeah. But once that shit was illegal, I was like, so I'm not going to be out here in public, bro, with a table illegally selling tree. Like, motherfuckers want to be like, oh, this, that. Nah, bro. Prop 215 is in the past. Prop 64 is here. That shit is illegal against the law, bro. So there's a loophole for compassionate care because they can't get rid of the compassionate care. If you have actual medical patients that need compassionate care, you can still deliver them and service them and give them compassionate care. But you can't have a table, bro. You can't have a table on floor and sell a tree, bro. That's just not legal. Selling bootleg carts and shit, you know what I'm saying? Selling kingpins carts and shit.
Yeah, motherfuckers is dying off them carts, man. Them foo-foo carts, man.
So now that's a play. Yeah, some I know that Shattershot Sesh, they outlawed. You can't even sell no carts out there. But I think it's the gift and the curse, bro. There's good ones and there's bad ones. You know what I mean? It's just like everything else. There's good ones and bad ones, but it's hard.
There's always gonna be a motherfucker that think they the shit with it. Like, man, these is fire, and motherfucker gonna die off it. You feel me? It'd be like, damn. Okay,
Hey.
maybe they wasn't that fire, but
You know, it's crazy too, because it's all fun and games till motherfuckers start dying. You like died off the
carts.
carts?
You might as well walk up into
How
that
many
club.
motherfucking carts were they smoking? Is the question. I'm like, how many carts were they smoking, or what was actually
how
in these
bad was
carts?
that one cart that you died off a cart? That is, yeah. We not fucking with them carts or them shows because it's risky business right now. Y'all be smooth.
Man, that's crazy. That shit's cold because that was the real farm to fork or farm to fucking joint type
That
event.
was
You
that
know what I mean?
shit.
There was a couple of farmers that I knew. You know, they had small mom and pop grows, and they would bring, you know, just like a farm to fork farmer. You know, they'd have a little garden. They would bring it out to the, you know, they'll bring it out to the little farmers market, sell it out there, try to stretch it out a little bit, try to make a couple extra pennies. You know what I mean? Which I was all for, but not no more, bro. That's
He
just
said,
not no more.
No longer in support of that.
No, I'm in support of it, but it's hot. I knew it was hot at the time, you know. To the best of my recollection, I believe 2018 it was over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's when, I mean, I don't know. I fell back from the shit. I was like, okay, so the shit really illegal right now. And now they gave it a little buffer zone, but it looks like it's time they're starting to send motherfuckers to jail. So, and big fines. Fuck the jail time, bro. The fines will
See, I
kill
was
you.
about to say that's what they want. Just like the DUIs and tickets and shit. They don't want you to do time for them no more. They want your money. So yeah, I can imagine the weed. Yeah, they gonna try and, cause they gotta make this look good. They gotta make it look like this move was for a reason. They gotta get some, you know.
Oh, I know the fine on some of the grows is like, the jail penalties aren't the same, but it's like, so say, I think you're allowed to have 6 plants. Look, don't quote me on this, even though I'm quoting it, but it's like a $500 penalty for every plant that you have over the shit. And I'm like, so if you have 100 plants in there, times
84 times 500,
they start ringing that shit up.
all the way up.
They start ringing that shit up, and you know it's Sacramento, bro. We're like the center of commerce, so the shit's gonna happen here first. You know, I know there's definitely sessions going on in SoCal that haven't been affected. You know, there's sessions in Central Valley that haven't been affected, but right here in Sacramento, they're shutting shit down. Shit is real as fuck right now. They got real armed police members kicking in doors, taking everybody. You know. So be smooth with them sessions out there, man. Act accordingly.
Please do. Yeah, watch out. Don't get rolled up on.
And
Not
it's
trying-
crazy because it's
Sit and duck right there.
Prop 215 had made so much weed readily available that everybody was spoiled for a period of time, and now it's going basically back to old rules. Like it's the end of the summer. It's hard to cultivate weed in the summer. It's not a lot of great indoor weed around in the market at this juncture of the game. Everybody, like some people aren't aware of that because I don't know if you're new to this shit, you 2 years new to this shit, bro. It was always weed right now, but now, the shit is becoming scarce. It's just like before, how typically, end of the summer. Hey, you see a lot of motherfuckers go bankrupt in August.
Yes, sir.
Ain't no tree, motherfucker. If you one of those motherfuckers, cop flip, and there's nothing to cop, then there's nothing to flip. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of motherfuckers going bankrupt in that cycle. So, you got to put some dough up, bro. You got to be able to outlast that drought, and it's that end of summer drought. It's that season where exotics are scarce right now. Really, like I won't say all weed. There's still weed around, but it's not as abundant as it was. You know what I'm saying? It's not as abundant as it's going to be end of October when these outdoor crops start harvesting. So, it's interesting to see how much weed is actually going to get put out in the streets, because you see a lot of these grows getting knocked down, bro, left and right and left. You're like, ooh, how many are they gonna take? How much is gonna be left?
Right.
I mean, I know for
It's
one
gonna be
thing,
scarce.
it's still gonna be tree out there. It's still gonna be tree out there. Yes.
I can dig it.
It's gonna have to be like some enormous collapse for me not to have not to be able to source no trees. It's out there. It's definitely out there. But it's not, like I said, it's not as abundant as it once was. And that's what motherfuckers is gonna have to adjust, bro. This is the game. You gotta pivot and evolve when shit change.
Hell yeah. And
When shit is hipping, you gotta be hopping.
There you have it. Told you about these sessions. That was put you up on something this week, man. Definitely not hating on the sessions or nothing. Just saying, be careful and just know what's going on at them.
That's the worst. You just go out there to get a bag. Next thing you know, you in cuffs.
Exactly. So just know what's going on out there. Freddie Big trying to put y'all up on some shit. We also tried to run down, how to start a day off on a good note, man, and how to get that thing flowing, and how to, get the most out of it.
Yes, sir.
And the energy that you, build in the morning, take off through the day, and basically improve your motherfucking life. If you keep there and doing, create a habit. But yeah, man, before we got out of here, man, how was that? I know we probably gonna talk about it on Thursday also, but man, how was the Bellator on this past weekend? You know what I'm saying? I know San Jose is always a good city. You know what I'm saying? Nightlife city. So how was that out there, man?
I had a good time in San Jose, bro. I always have a good time in San Jose. That shit's lit. That shit go crazy. It's it ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? The nightlife out there is lit. My dude got the win. We came out there and did everything we had to do, in and out real quick.
Hell yeah, I seen it. I was following the story. You feel me? Definitely was. He was keeping me posted all through the night. Hell yeah, man. That was another motherfucking episode of your boys, man. Tree Boy Fresh. You already know where you can find the boy at. Freddie Big on Instagram, 2 G's. Always see what he doing. He's always in traffic, always, cornering somebody, doing something, man. Definitely follow him. Give me a follow. Blas Boy on IG. And at the Good Samaritan. And we up out of here till next week, man. We out this bitch.